gathered are minors. Some are young as 4 years old, but there seems
young as 4? What the hell are they doing with kids there, bro?
to be no consistent pattern to even the people that are there. There are children, there's teenagers, adults, elderly people. Everybody is wearing the appropriate sized blue tracksuit without distinction. How do you even get a 4-year-old sized tracksuit?
That's what I'm saying,
and
bro.
pinned to each tracksuit are numbers. That's what they're known by here. Nobody goes by names, they just go by numbers. Most of the people in the tracksuits.
So this is real life Squid Games. So Squid Games was actually a real thing, and that's where they got motivation from. Is from
They
this.
look scared. Some of them remember the first words the guards said when they were brought here. This is a quote. "From today, you will abandon your rotten mentality and be born as a new human." And then there's a scream. "Hey, get down from there." Everybody's whipping around trying to see what the guards are yelling about until they see it. Over there is a man in a blue tracksuit climbing up one of the buildings onto the roof, and he leaps from the roof and lands straight on his head on the ground.
Oh my God, bro.
One person who was standing right there says, "Honestly, I didn't know the sound of someone's head exploding could make such a loud splitting sound. I saw his skull explode open."
Oh, nah, bro. Oh my God. I'm just like trying to imagine that. Does not sound good at all, bro. Like, I feel like that would just traumatize me for life.
A member just walks over and sweeps up the brains
I
and
just
bones
imagine that.
as if nothing has happened. And everything goes back to normal.
Like, I'm already the type of person when there's like bloody scenes and stuff. Like, I hate that shit. I look away, bro. Like, I can imagine shit happening right in front of me, bro. Hell no.
Nobody screams, nobody cries, nobody reacts, because it's gonna be them next. All of this sounds pretty familiar, no? One could sensibly say that it does sound like the plot of one of the most famous series on Netflix,
It literally
The Squid
is.
Games. But it's not.
No?
This is the real life case of the brothers' home in South Korea. The true
Brothers'
story
home?
behind Squid Games.
Oh, nah. So this was something people were willingly participating in? Like as a cult or something? Or I guess we'll see. This is our first time watching Rotten Mango too.
We would
It
like
already
to
looks
thank
cool.
today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to directly support a survivor of today's episode. The episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team, and we'd also like to thank you guys, our listeners, for your continued support as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates. As always, full show notes are available at rottenmangopodcast.com. With that being said,
So this is like a
today's
podcast.
case involves mentions of internment, essay, trafficking, torture, so please take a break if it gets to be too much. It is on the heavier side. But I do think it's important to note, especially with the Olympics coming up in LA in 2028, this is going to be very important. Another thing to note is this is something that happens all over the world, including in America. There have been recent cases, potentially not to this scale, but this is not an episode to point fingers at one country and throw stones from our glass homes.
Yeah.
Another note, South Korea at the time that this took place was not a democracy. It was run by a dictator, so clearly times have changed, times are different. I mean, I don't know how different considering the recent president was just impeached, but additionally, our amazing...
I mean, it's still a mess over there, but she is right about the message of like throw stones at just one country, because a lot of things happen in a lot of places, including where we live, man.
Korean researchers and translators were actually able to travel out to some of the survivors involved in today's case to conduct in-person interviews. They translated the survivor's book, The Surviving Child, written by Han Jung-san. He's going to be a huge part of the case. We will refer to him as Han moving forward. Additionally, this is a 3-part case. So in part 1, we're going to go through all the torture games at the Brothers Home Welfare Center and how it compares to the show Squid Games. In part 2, we're going to talk about what they do with the dead bodies. There were hundreds, if not maybe even 1,000. The official number is close to 600 of dead bodies left at the facility. We're going to talk about what happened to those bodies, as well as, this is a huge scale incident, as well as the salt, water, and food torture, as well as what happens to you if you manage to escape from Brothers Home. And in part 3, we go in depth on the wealthy benefactors of these games, if you will. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, Squid Games
I'm just like, my biggest questions is like how they get people to go there. Number two is who the hell is funding this and what's behind this.
is one of Netflix's best performing series. I feel like everybody knows this series. It's a South Korean series where a man in a suit approaches people that are drowning in debt and are at the cliff's edge of financial.
That's so crazy. How like when you watch the show, you really realize how twisted it is, bro. They literally pick on people that they know are in deep shit in life, and they like will take this risk anyways, bro. And that's so twisted, bro.
Ruin. He has a fascinating proposal.
So messed up.
You play a few games against 400 something other people in the same exact situation as you, and if you win these series of fun little games, you're the last one standing. You walk away with $40 million. And
they don't tell them they're gonna get
It's a proposal that
killed.
you really can't pass up. It sounds easy, considering most of the games played are children's games.
Bro, they went into this expecting a Mr. Beast video and got their deaths, bro.
But
That's
it's
crazy.
not made explicitly clear that if you lose your life. And at that point, the contestants have already entered into the game. There's no backing out. The first season focuses on mainly the shocking nature of the games, where everybody gets to know each other, they form bonds, and then they gotta backstab each other, and then they have to watch each other die. But then also at the same time, if you don't die, then I'm gonna die. And it's this very stark reality. And the first season, they focus on the existence of the games and the fact that it's due to VIP clients who want entertainment. These rich people, they don't think reality show games are high stakes enough. So they want to watch people fight to the death. The first season shows Ki-hoon.
It's crazy because like I feel like stuff like this will happen in real life. And obviously, you know, as we're gonna find out, it did, but even just with this game nature and how like rich people think and stuff, I feel like there's really people be entertained by this in real life, bro.
The main character winning the final prize at the end of the season.
We'll never know.
He survives until the end. He's now $40 million richer, but he's so traumatized. He just wants to know, who the hell did this? Why the hell would they even do something like this? Why does this exist? I don't get it. And I want to put an end to it. The money is not worth the trauma and the anger that he feels. And if it happens, let's say once every year, you're talking about hundreds of people are going to die every single year. For what? Squid Game Season 2 is more focused on Ki-hoon's revenge. But it really starts with a piece of bread. Episode 1 in Season 2 is even titled Bread and Lottery. Just a spoiler alert, I'm not going to tell you guys who wins or who dies in each game.
I don't want to spoil it either, but I will say the ending is very disappointing, and it just left me more confused than anything.
It's the main premise of Season 2, but there are going to be mentions of certain descriptions of kind of what happens, but it's not the main plot. So just be warned. The man in the suit, this is the main recruiter for Squid Games. He walks around the park to find people without homes that are sleeping on benches. He leans down smiling at them. He's in like the cleanest suit. Hello. You seem to be struggling. You live a life with no future. I've prepared a small gift for you today.
How predatory,
a gift? What is a gift? The man in the suit pushes out both of his hands. In his right hand is a piece of bread. It looks good. Food. And then in the left hand, a lottery ticket. The first man smiles. He gets up and he reaches for... No. You can only have one gift. Bread or lottery. You may only choose one. The first man chooses the lottery ticket. The man in the suit even offers him a coin to use to scratch it off to see if you won. He did not win. Oof. Seems like you lost. My coin back, please. The man gives back the coin, and the suit man moves on to do it again to the next person. He's got 2 bags full of bread from the bakery. He does not give anyone who loses the lottery a piece of bread.
Did anyone choose bread?
That's
one
messed
person.
up.
Most people chose lottery. And you see most of them even almost hesitating to grab the bread, but ultimately at the end they choose the lottery ticket.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then once he's through with all of them, he goes to the center of the park, and he still has.
I mean, I can get why they go for the lottery ticket, because if you think about it, bro, you're homeless and stuff. Like, your mind is already fucked, your mental. So if you wake up and you see this guy in a nice ass suit or whatever, you probably thinking like this is like a video or something, and they're gonna hand you something automatically. So I get the like psychology behind it. From
bags of bread and a much lower stack of lottery tickets, and he throws all the bread onto the ground. They're packaged in plastic from the bakery, so all the park goers, they start approaching him. They're confused. They want that bread. Why are you throwing away such good pieces of bread? You could give it to us. The suit man smiles and he stomps on a piece of bread before the man can reach for it. I gave you a chance and you made your choice. Listen, everyone, I am not the one who threw this bread away. It is you, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, he starts stomping all over the bread in the middle of the park. He's grunting. He's stomping with both of his
Bro, are you good, bro? Like, you need some help?
pristine loafers till the bread
Let me put